Welcome back to Legendary Mel Games. I'm your host, Joe. And today, we are finally doing our series wrap-up for the legendary Lost Civilization. This boom-compatible MegaWAD, created by Jaakko Impola, also known as Jaska, back in October 14th, 2019, won a Kakko Award the same year for his absolutely hyper-realistic worlds and amazing storytelling. Music from legendary recording artist Bjørn Lynne, as well as James Paddock. Each level will get a grade from F to S, with S being few and far between, the pinnacle above the rest. At the end of the series, the entire series will end up getting a cumulative grade. Let's see how your favorite maps ranked in our final review. Teleporting monster ambushes. A great way of showcasing the passage of time as you go throughout the level. With plenty of things to see and explore, this map is the perfect way to open a series based on longevity and exploration. The sense of adventure is everywhere. Beautiful sprawling landscapes, bridges, waterfalls, and optional areas all over the place make this a world that feels lived in and a mystery to be solved. Didn't we already get the red key? Yes. That is another part of the amazing experience you'll get. In this map alone, you get 2 yellow keys and 2 red keys, making the adventure completely up to you. Which route you decide to go, which path you decide to take. Get to the beach, blow up some monsters, and we rescue our boat that they held captive to sail off to our next adventure. Mountain Pass, a great way to open a series based on exploration and adventure, a solid A. Map 2, Oceanside. If there was ever a map that makes you just want to settle in and live in a Doom world, this is the one. Bunk beds, a cozy cottage, starting our adventure up the mountainside. All on a mission to retrieve the blue key so we can unlock our boat to head to the next island. Lost Civilization is a WAD that is intended to be one continuous playing experience. However, I can confirm, if you have watched the series, every map on the hardest difficulty by someone who is not a Doom God, who is not an elite player, can easily beat every map from a pistol start. So if you are looking to challenge yourself, you will get a fair and tough challenge. Oceanside is a perfect way to expand upon the story we already have, as we stopped here for a resupply of food and provisions on our way to discover the mystery of what happened to the Lost Civilization. finally fight our way to the top of the mountain, and we'll find ourselves finally inside the general store, where we can get the key to rescue our boat and take advantage of any of the supplies the store has left. By teleporting monsters into place, he can actually simulate the passage of time. The time it took us to go to the top of the mountain, to get the key, and get back to rescue our boat, completely re-inhabit this area. Essentially, sneaking up behind us while we were busy on the mountain, showing that it took us quite some time to finally get the key to move on to our next adventure. Oceanside, easy, easy A. What would Lost Civilization be without the Farmlands, Map 3? This level is the one that for most players solidifies a full run of this entire MegaWAD. We'll see glimpses of something that happened to all the other residents of the islands and the community. In this map, Jaska scales back the combat to focus on an absolute sense of adventure and exploration, as we discover all the mysteries and secrets the Farmlands has in store for us. As we learn more about what happened to civilization before we got here. But don't worry, Jaska still gives us enough combat to remind us this is still Doom we're playing. It's not all scenic views and sunshine. Break into a gated community to ration the supplies they left behind. To get ourselves the red key. Meanwhile, on the other side of the farm, fight our way up to the building on top of the hill, as we break in to Hell Knight's office to get the blue key. With both keys in hand, we can finally make our way forward, further into the island, as we fight our way to the lumberyard. Or get the true serene experience by turning off monsters and just enjoying the sightseeing adventure. This map has charm. It has secrets hidden all throughout for any adventurous wanderer to find. There is never a lack of things to see and do in this one, so I happily give the Farmlands a perfect S ranking. This may be something that's going to horrify some Doom enthusiasts, but get ready, here it comes. Yes, you saw that right. Map 4 brings us our first Lost Civilization epic. River Valley is the equivalent of a Doom story all of its own. It is as large as 3 to 4 WADs entirely, with over 700 monsters, easily ballooning to over 800 with Archviles. This map never lacks for things to see, do, and explore. The regular keycards are used to progress the story, whereas the skull keys are used to unlock secrets and hidden items. Once we fight our way past the lumberyard, through the ranch, we finally make our way into the swamps to find what the river valley has in store for us. A mansion on a hill, a giant hydroelectric dam and power plant, and more enemies than you can imagine. Once we make our way to the dam, we will see the true antagonist of this map. A cyber demon that will actually follow us all throughout the map, as we usually won't have enough ammo to take him out. He'll end up teleporting as we make our way around the ravine. Keep an eye on him, and he'll vanish right before our eyes, to pop up again on us later. Secret passages connect every part of this map, perfectly intertwining the ability to explore endlessly. With one of the 2 yellow key cards in hand, we can finally advance ourselves to the latter half of this map. But I hope you remember to save, because it does not get any easier. And is that the sound of our cyber demon friend? He really is stalking us. When we finally made our way through caves, don't think for a second you can rest yet, as the real final battle has just begun as we make our way into a large stone mansion. As we make our way into this mansion, say hello to an old friend. And a scene right out of an action movie. Clear the cathedral, quickly run and jump out the window as we make our big escape off of this 2-part island, out of the river valley onto the next adventure. River Valley, an absolute masterpiece of mapping, design, and storytelling. Yes. Okay, starting to notice a theme with Sargasso's review. Can there be a bad Lost Civilization map? Don't worry. They're not always. On to Map 5, The Mountain Village. We finally made it. In what I like to call the 4 tutorial maps, we are finally out of the tutorial section and on to the mainland that we will stay for the rest of our adventure. This map is divided into 2 parts, ultimately needing all 3 keys to make our escape. With 1 key resting on the beach by the cabana, and the other key taking on what I can best describe as an action-packed excursion up the mountain, using barrels to help your way. As we fight our way up. But wait, the bridge is out? No problem. Just fix it. And continue our journey. When we finally make it to the top, raid the cave for some spooky skeletons, and get ourselves the yellow key. Once we have the yellow key in hand, make a break for the third and final key that's been sitting, just waiting for you to unlock it. Grab a rocket launcher and watch as the entire village springs to life in an attempt to stop your advance and prevent your escape. And before you think all you had to do was just get the 3 keys and everything's fine, you may want to sit down for this as we take on one final epic ambush as they try and prevent us from discovering the secrets of the lost civilization, forcing us to retreat into a nearby cave. Mountain Village, Absolute A. Okay, we barely got out of there. The secret city. The music is surely mysterious. The secrets are all over the place. So what makes this area so special? Make our way to a switch in the middle of the room and watch as the entire cave we thought we knew unfolds into a hidden underground society. Maybe this wasn't the best hiding spot after all. Find a total of 5 switches as we work to uncover the secrets hidden in this underground society. Use this level to resupply and rearm ourselves for the adventure ahead. Once we have all 5 switches hit, we raise our way to the exit as we quickly move on from this secret society and further into the mainland to continue our adventure. The secret city, beautiful, short, adventurous. B. Map 7, Lost in the Forest. Are we going to get a dead simple clone in the illustrious Mount 7 spot? No. We actually do get to continue our adventure, now that we finally made it out of the cave, out of the mountain. This is a map that will have you paranoid every step of the way, as you never know when monsters will literally come out of seemingly thin air to ambush you. And is that Spider Mama? Yes. In the first appearance of the Spire Mastermind in the series so far, we go from Jaska's spirit animal to mine. And don't worry, she can hit you from any direction if you try and just ignore her. Find the hidden brush leading to a magical teleporter which can take her out so we can continue our adventure. Finally make our way back to civilization and get ready for one of the greatest difficulty spikes Lost Civilization has thrown at us yet, as we encounter one of the roughest endings to any of the levels so far. Finally making our way out of the woods and onto something new. Lost in the Woods, an easy A. On to Festivities, Royalty, Renaissance. Map 8 Castle has us fighting our way out of the woods, out of the forest, and into something completely new. Is that a castle on the hill? With a menacing music from the legendary Bjørn Lynne, this gives us a sense of importance, fear, and dread as we storm the castle, run and jump our way to finally securing the red key so we can continue our adventure. Run our way back to the village, and notice the opposition has tripled. Once we have the yellow key in hand, fight our way back as we work our way to the innermost sanctum. Fun, action, adventure, and a hint of slaughter is what dictates our time in the castle. As we finally fight our way to the inner courtyard, the castle, an amazing addition, easy A. From its humble beginnings, the courtyard starts out as a bit of a resupply mission, as we see gorgeous cats, well-hidden secrets, and a brutal ambush to pistol start. This map starts out picturesque and absolutely gorgeous. Stained glass windows, some of the best Doom cute ever seen in the franchise. This map has it all. At the beginning, we quickly realize our mission is enormous. We must clear the entire courtyard of the castle we just raided. This map easily becomes one of our most difficult maps in the journey so far. Once the final key is ours, we can finally make our escape to the sanctum in the center. Hit a switch and pray as one final ambush stands between us and a good night's sleep. Now that we finally made it to the throne room, a drink is in order. This map, Easy B. Nightmare, Map 10. In what can best be described as boom shenanigans gone crazy. Get ready, as you'll see some of the best mapping tricks I have ever witnessed in a Doom game. Jaska flexing his creative liberties here, making an absolute eerie masterpiece of an opener, leading us toward one goal: switches hidden behind crushers, and ourselves wiping out cyber demons, all on our mission to gain a number of sacred artifacts to lead our way out of this nightmare, as we're greeted to the amazing visage of angels ascending, an absolute precursor of what the next levels entail, as we see desert landscapes, urban dystopians, and lightning and thunder on the horizon. One thing's for sure, chaos awaits. Nightmare, an absolute spectacle to see and to experience, with the only thing holding it back being the race for the artifacts, giving this one a solid B ranking. Map 11, Nightfall. Wait. No, it's not. What in the world happened here? And why in the playlist do we have 19 after map 10? This is because map 19 Division is the second half of our nightmare, showcasing the dystopian world. This map was moved to the map 19 spot is because of its difficulty. This is easily the second hardest map of the entire MegaWAD. It makes perfect sense why Jaska would have moved this map's position. However, it does disrupt the flow of the story. So, to keep his original plan, we place this firmly after map 10 to complete the nightmare scenario. Division is beautiful, but understandably divisive, as we'll see amazing mapping tricks and gimmicks, and be in for the absolute fight of our lives when we finally get to the Acropolis zone. Hold on to your invulnerability tight, because this map goes out with an absolute bang. When all is said and done, we finally fight our way through a cave, taking our bridge over the lava, to finally make our escape back to reality. But a nightmare to single segments, and extremely taxing to get 100% completion. Division, divisive, C. Our nightmare's finally over, and we're right back in the throne room. Let's head on and see what else the level has for us. As we wake up the dead in this beautiful, starry night sky. Find 6 keys to get out of the initial area, and beautifully organic secrets that Jaska is famous for. As we watch the combat from our luxurious apartment, fight our way through the night sky, and unlock our way forward to the next area. But notice, as we enter the marsh, it's no longer nighttime. As the morning dawns, we push through the slaughter, push through the enemies, making our way out of this area, out of the chaos, and back toward the mainland, further into the civilization as day breaks. And we find even more remnants of the lost civilization we're here to investigate, as we finally make our way back to civilization, out of the woods, out of the valleys, away from the castle, finally into more urban areas. Nightfall, an easy B ranking. 12. Suburb. Watch out for exploding barrels. This map starts our 3-map journey through the city levels, and Jaska and city levels is a match made in heaven. Watch as we fight our way through absolute insanity, right from the get-go, being pinned in by revenants, Mancubus sniping from 10,000 miles away, our famous arachnotrons sniping from 10,000 miles away. We get our first real glimpses that there may be a scientific component to what's going on with the lost civilization. Once we're finally able to expand the story, don't let off the gas, because things only get more insane from here. As we fight our way through the jewelry shop, through the ever-reliable grocery store, always a great place to ravine, resupply for our journey ahead. And we are finally treated to one of the most doom-cute areas in all of Lost Civilization, bringing us some of the best window dressing ever seen in the entire WAD. Make yourself at home. You've earned it. I'll take the chicken, please. When we're finally ready, we can detonate a building. But I can tell you with absolute confidence, there is nothing at all divisive about this one. This map is action from the very beginning. Absolute perfect introduction to the city levels, to Jaska's amazing attention to detail. Absolute A. City Center, spelled the European way. You know you're in for something grand when this is what your opening area looks like. Static TVs, more doom cute than there are monsters, and a home I would absolutely want to live in. Get ready for an absolute epic. We should probably clean up first. There is never a shortage of things to see and do in this map, with some of the most beautifully designed buildings, structures, and environments I have ever seen in Doom. Crazy as it is to hear, they've been hiding out in underground shelters and bunkers, waiting for someone to take care of the demonic horde. Don't worry, buddy, we're on it. Just keep cooking your meat. We'll do it for her. Sorry, buddy, but watch out. We're gonna have to disturb everyone for this job. Never a lack of things to see and do. This map is a masterpiece. Absolute S. Be very, very quiet. We're hunting everything. Yes, map 14, downtown. Maybe one of the chillest maps of the entire MegaWAD, as we can collect pretty much everything this map has to offer without waking up the entire planet. If you play your cards right and we remain stealthy, this map is an absolute joy to experience, as we strategically make our way around the pit traps to find all 3 keys to make our way out of the city maps. With buildings we can go in and explore to the fullest. There's never a lack of things to see and do in this one. When we finally are forced to wake up the dead, just be ready, as we'll have the entire city on top of us, eager for revenge. No matter how we slice it, downtown is fun and it is intense, turning the entire remnants of the city back on top of us, unleashing cyber demons, spire masterminds, archviles, and everything else Doom 2 has to offer. Once we finally have everything sorted out, let's quickly make our escape, finally leaving the sea levels behind us as we continue our journey into the actual structures and bases, leading out the final part of Lost Civilization, downtown, an absolute fun jungle gym to explore, A. Oh, mansion, how I love you. Can we just leave it at that and call it a good day? No? We actually have to review it? Okay. There are paths everywhere you can take to get through this map. It all culminates into ransacking the mansion that has been locked up and abandoned for years to find the 3 key cards to make our escape. The Cyber Demon guards the blue key on top, and we can sneak down into the cellars to break into the mansion to get the other 2. Clear out the spiders. Fight our way through the kitchen to get us some snacks as we refuel and recharge for the journey ahead. Gulp. Fight our way to the rooftop for one of the most epic Cyber Demon showdowns for the blue key. Don't expect any rest when we get back, as everything has discovered our intrusion into their mansion, and they're all going to come to have a piece of Doom Guy as we work our way out of the mansion and on to our next adventure. The mansion, absolutely amazing. A. What in the world? There is a secret map? Well, kinda yes and kinda no. So I made a petition article in the original Lost Civilization forum on Doom World, asking anyone with the mapping prowess to hopefully finish this map. This map was created by Jaska to happen right after map 15, Mansion, as we continue the spider theme of the Arachnotrons. However, this map has one glaring issue. Secrets are empty. Entire sections of the map are empty. There's not enough ammo for what the level wants you to do. 2 cyber demons stand between you and victory. The problem is, all you're legitimately given for this mission is 230 bullets for your chain gun, 28 shotgun shells for your SSG, and 4 rockets for the rocket launcher. And that's all you get to take out 40 monsters plus 2 cyber demons. The math doesn't work, and even with the best infighting I was able to fabricate, 100% kills is not possible. Most we could get is all but 1 cyber demon, and an imp that's actually stuck in the wall. It's an absolutely beautiful map with a ton of potential. But because it was not finished, I cannot grade it. It is a massive case of what could have been, and hopefully one day If someone can take the time and the love to complete it, what will be? Oh, how I love this song. And the skybox. What I may not love as much is the legion of 1,000 demons that pin you in if you attempt to pistol start this map. Don't worry, there is an easy way around them. With some of the best lighting in all of Lost Civilization, this fierce little map is light on combat and huge on set dressing. Fight our way through this absolute jungle gem of a map as we search to get the red key to make our escape. This map is, in my opinion, the most fun map to pistol start, as you are up to an immense challenge between all the pinkies and the wide sleuth of monsters that teleport in all throughout your journey. Finally, leave the fortress behind us as we continue our journey down the rugged mountain path. Fort, an absolute joy to pistol start, and a fun map to speed through. B. Prison, with, in my opinion, my favorite soundtrack of the entire Lost Civilization series. Just because this track, if you have not heard the real Granite by Pendulum, is an absolute blast to listen to, a fun romp, and that is exactly what you're going to get with this map. Intense action, close encounters, and absolute bedlam. Get ready, because here we go. There is hardly ever a dull or calm moment in this map, as we are going to be ambushed by nearly everything in existence, except for the boss monsters. Do everything we can to find the secret entrance. Don't expect a warm welcome when we finally get to the prison either. These demons have been waiting for a fight for quite some time. Escape into the ducks and work our way around this absolute jungle gem of a map. As we finally unveil the mysteries and uncover the location of the secret lab. Get ready, it's heavily defended. See our way through, and we can finally figure out what is going on with this lost civilization. Prison A. See what is so special about this laboratory. We now have brand new monsters in the penultimate map of Lost Civilization, taking the place of the Wolfenstein SS. They unfortunately do not have a name. They are one of the driving forces behind the events going on with this Lost Civilization. Fight our way through this absolute obscenity of monsters as we see ourselves some Valiant pods, as we make our way deep into the heart of the lab. All on our journey to get the elusive yellow keycard. Deactivate their security systems so we can finally press on to the deepest parts of this secret laboratory, where we can finally find our elusive keycard. We get the yellow keycard, we find ourselves trapped at the center of the base, trying to fight our way out. Into the control room. An absolute joy. B. Oh boy, here it is, the big one. Lost Civilization, Map 20. Ending. And that sound should say it all. Answers will be found before we leave this map. Don't be faked out, as there are many traps designed to make you paranoid. This map cleverly has us going to many scenic locations, like this giant waste facility to get the yellow skull key, into a secret underground lab to fight our way to a red skull key, our way through a destroyed door into what looks like a locker room area or resupply area as we finally make our way to the mess hall to find ourselves the precious blue keycard. Resupply in the rotunda and work our way outside as the cyber demon is there to give us a warm welcome as we finally bridge the two sections together, opening up the world and expanding our possibilities. Make our way into the vat room, where we can finally check out one of the drained containers to get ourselves the yellow key. Once we have a color variety of all three keys, we can open the path forward to absolute pandemonium as we fight our way down the path to shut down the green force field. And also get the blue skull key while we're here. Once we have all 6 keys, we can finally unlock the path ahead to finally shut down the force field so we can make our way to the final battle. And off. Don't think for a minute Jaska's done take it easy on you, as now Arachnotrons are teleporting to all major landmarks all across the map. Unlock 2 switches and unleash absolute bedlam in this epic finale. His switch so we can finally unveil who has been behind Lost Civilization's biggest mystery. A clipboard-carrying, nameless scientist who has an affinity for Doom and programming and computers. Jaska, is that you? Scream again if yes. Ending has absolutely everything imaginable in a map. Every enemy in the game, including the custom enemies, slaughter sections, calm sections, hidden routes to get everywhere. There is no other way to say it. This to me is the perfect Doom level. S. Everyone, thanks for playing. It is literally just the thank you map. And there's the message. Although I love the tie-up it does to the series. This is actually the cabana from map 5. And you also have the castle and courtyard over there for maps 8 and 9, and 11 technically. An absolutely great way to mark off an absolutely amazing series. So, looking back, let's see what we have. Map 1, Mountain Pass, rank A. Map 2, Oceanside, rank A. Map 3, the Farmlands, rank S. Map 4, River Valley, rank S. Map 5, Mountain Village, rank A. Map 6, the Secret Cave, rank B. Map 7, Lost in the Forest, rank A. Map 8, Castle, rank A. Map 9, Courtyard, rank B. Map 10, Nightmare, rank B. Map 19, Division, rank C. Map 11, Nightfall, rank B. Map 12, Suburb, rank A. Map 13, City Center, rank S. Map 14, Downtown, rank A. Map 15, Mansion, rank A. Map 31, Spiderweb Arena, was an unfinished map. Cannot give it a grade. Map 16, Fort, rank B. Map 17, Prison, rank A. Map 18, the penultimate map, Laboratory, rank B. And the finale of the series, Map 20, Ending, rank S. Of course, Map 21, Thank You for Playing, is just a credits map, no rank. When we total everything together, that gives Lost Civilization as a whole with an overall ranking of A. This MegaWAD is solid from start to finish, with the weakest maps ranking C, and even then, it either comes from its extreme difficulty swings or just the unusual placements as far as it goes with the story. The telltale story of an adventurer sailing from island to island to understand why demons have appeared, searching high and low through valleys, ravines, through caves, mansions, fortresses, prisons, beachside resorts, city centers, even to underground labs, all to find out that the whole reason for this entire adventure was none other than Jaska himself. This MegaWAD is an absolute must-play for anyone of any skill level. If the later levels are difficult, such as Division and Ending, definitely recommend just lowering the difficulty, because this is just a MegaWAD that has to be experienced. As always, the link will be in the description below so you can download and try Lost Civilization for yourself. But for me, this is my desert island WAD. It has something for everyone. So again, thanks for joining everyone. Make sure to spread the news of Lost Civilization. Like, share, comment, subscribe so more people can see this video and make their own determinations. And we'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.